What up, YouTube? It's the Boomer Gaming Kid, and I just want to say hello and thank you for clicking on my video. But before I get into this discussion, maybe you can hit that like button and subscribe because it really will help me out. Alright, now I've been playing a lot of Red Dead Redemption lately, and I have been having loads of fun. Red Dead Online is probably one of the most immersive and relaxing experience that you can be a part of. And even though this game is technically a PvP because other players can kill you in sessions, this game is galaxies away from GTA when it comes to griefers and trolls. I mean, anyone who has ever played GTA Online, I'm sure you have gotten griefed hard in one time or another, but that's a discussion for another video. Red Dead Online is very different, and I think the main reason why people are so much more chiller on a game like Red Dead is the atmosphere and the environments. Like, they're just so serene and breathtaking that it just seriously makes you want to live in the world around you, because I know that's exactly what I do when I play Red Dead Online. Now, I'm not a veteran of this game by any case. I just came back to this game after a year break because I played it, I think, around the time that Moonshiner was still still pretty new and Naturalist was on its way to becoming a thing. So it's safe to say, jumping back in this game recently like I did, I have a lot of work to do to catch up to where other players are. But to be honest, I'm not really bothered because Red Dead is so dope and immersive. Like, the world is just so amazing and eye-catching. You know, just like riding a horse and killing bandits while hunting and fishing. Like, all these things, I don't know. I just take my time and I have fun with the hours that I spend on it. You know, mostly just doing trader stuff because I love to hunt and skin shit, you know, prowling around, tracking animals, shooting them in the face. It really appeals to me. And also, you know, I'll be doing bounty missions in between trading routes, which bounty missions aren't too bad. I wish I didn't have to wait around to get max rewards, but I do use that time wisely, hunting and fishing before I get to the bounty targets. And recently, you know, I had just got my Moonshiner as well. So I will be working that into the mix of my daily routines. Okay, now off that subject, let's get into the meat and bones of what this video is about. So since I have been playing lots of Red Dead, naturally I took my rounds on YouTube to check what content creators are up to when it comes to this game. Because of course I want to know all the things that I have missed, maybe some new content I could sink my teeth in, shit like that. And oh man, the internet has been lit up these last 2 weeks. And many people are outspoken with their rage for this game. Now, if you haven't been playing Red Dead Online in a while, you might not have heard about the big summer update that has just came out for the game. Well, the summer update is an update called Blood Money that Rockstar released just a little over 2 weeks ago. The update introduces crime missions into the game, stuff like robbing stagecoaches and homesteads, and it also introduces a new currency called Capitale, in which you use for bigger opportunity missions to land you a big reward. Now, me personally, I've not even tried this content yet because I'm still grinding other stuff. But judging from the videos that I have watched on it, the update is pretty bare bones and gives players that have stuck with this game since the beginning more of the same shit that they have already been doing for 2.5 years. Because if you don't play Red Dead, there is a thing called stranger missions in which you talk to certain NPCs around the game world and they give you various tasks and missions to do. Problem is, the missions they give is basically the same things that the new update introduces. So in reality, it just looks like reskinned stranger missions. And from what I hear, this new currency, Capitale, is very hard to get. And to do the new opportunity missions, which is bigger and more grandiose, you need at least 15 capitale to do it at the lowest difficulty. And if you want to do it on a higher difficulty for max rewards, you're looking at 25 capitale. And the problem is that you need to grind the smaller missions to get this capitale, which sometimes only gives you like one capitale at a time. I'm saying capitale a damn lot. Okay. Or if you're really unlucky, you get none, and there is a 40-minute timer before you can even take the mission to grind capitale. So yeah, it's pretty bad. So like I said, the veterans are pretty salty at this game right now because according to them, Red Dead Online has not seen a proper update in 7 months, and Rockstar dropped this content on their lap, which is an absolute disgrace because of how shallow and bare bones it is. Now, it's no secret that GTA Online is Rockstar's money cow and its favorite child when it comes to their video games. With GTA getting big update after big update, and Red Dead is being left in the dust, when it comes to content, that is. Even though personally, I think it's pretty dumb to compare the two since GTA has been out for many more years than Red Dead has, and obviously has a bigger fan base and a more active community than Red Dead will probably ever get. So again, to compare the two is not really a contest. But the community of Red Dead is more disgruntled than it ever has been, with them screaming out for more content and more reasons to play Red Dead Online. And I could definitely see where they are coming from, because if I had been playing this game since the beginning, I probably would have hundreds of thousands of dollars and a couple hundred gold bars and probably nothing to spend it on, which could get pretty frustrating if you truly love the game and you want to see it grow. Now, the only problem with that is that I don't have all that stuff, and I haven't been playing the game for that long. And to be honest, I probably have only like 150 hours of game time into RDL. So how do I feel about the content that is already out? Coming from, me as a player with mediocre playtime and lots of stuff to grind for? Well, I think the game is awesome as it is now, and I'll tell you why. When I first played Red Dead on the story mode, I was taken aback with the beauty of this game. I truly wanted to live in the world and just be a part of it, and I wanted to do it with my own story. And not to say that Red Dead story was not good, because that's far from the truth. The story was probably one of the best I've ever seen in a video game, and I enjoyed every minute of playing as Arthur Morgan. But there's something about just experiencing a story in a video game that just doesn't give that immersion that you sometimes crave when you play a video game. Because you're only watching the story, you're not creating it yourself. This view of video games, I'm sure, is not a very popular one because a lot of people play video games different, and there is different reasons to keep you engaged and wanting to play. Some people need action-packed gameplay. Some needs lots of cutscenes and an amazing story. Some want to grind to make their character the strongest, whatever your niche is. Me, I don't need narrative in a game for it to be fun. That's why I play a lot of sandbox games, because, give me a ton of shit to craft, stuff to fight, shit that I can build, and a beautiful world to live in, and that's my kind of game. Red Dead ticks a lot of those boxes for me, so it's fun to set my own goals in my head and basically grind and work at it, but, at my own pace so I could take in the game world and be a part of it. Now, Rockstar has released 5 roles into the game, and while you can max them out fairly quickly, each role definitely has enough function and replayability to keep pursuing them even after maxing them out. Like Trader, for example, that I did just max recently, has become my main moneymaker. And it gives me incentive to do what I was going to do anyways, which is hunt. Collector, which I maxed out as well, gives me incentive to still collect stuff now and again, because that shit can net you thousands of dollars. And bounty hunter, which is probably the most in-depth job Rockstar has put out, gives me incentive to keep grinding it because it gets you gold bars, which is the premium currency in the game. And I always respect a game that lets you grind out premium currency for free, even though a lot of people can argue that why there has to be premium currency at all, like that it's all monetized and BS, and how Rockstar just wants your money. Well, sure they do. I mean, they gotta get paid somehow. I know GTA is worth billions of dollars, but how much money do you think it takes to make a AAA video game and keep working on them afterwards? The workers need to get paid. Like, if you have hundreds of people on your staff making whatever they're making, plus benefits and, all that other shit, like, stuff adds up quick. And I'm sure there are some greedy CEOs and business suit devil worshippers in the Rockstar ranks who are just fattening their pockets with all that freaking gold bar and shark card freaking moolah that they're making from young kids. But that shit's everywhere. And let's get real, like, most of the people who are screaming out about the premium currencies are most likely the ones who haven't even spent a dime into this game, aside from just buying the original copy. So if you're ingesting free content, why be mad at it that it's not up to your standards? Like, that shit just doesn't make sense to me. But off that, I think Red Dead has enough content in it now to enjoy it for many hours and grind for shit like guns, clothes, camp designs, recipes, horses. There's enough there to keep you busy for a long time. The funny thing about it is that it's free. You don't have to spend a dime into it if you don't want to. And if you get bored with it, simply turn it off and play something else until you get the itch to play again, because it's well within your rights. Do I think that Red Dead Online is a forever game that I can play for the rest of my life? Hell no. Like, do I want it to be? I mean, sure. I wish they could just go totally ham, make this into an actual MMO, and give us loads of content that would keep you busy for tens of thousands of hours. Shit, even make a paid subscription, turn it into the new WoW killer. But, I also wish I was a millionaire and that I could fly around like Superman, but that shit ain't happening anytime soon. So let's get real again. Rockstar makes awesome single player games. We all know that. But as for online games, you're never going to get that quality that you would get from their single player campaign. And do you really need it? Rockstar games are usually about the narrative and awesome open worlds. And for me personally, the narratives I can live without. Give me a reason to keep playing in the open world and I would definitely take it. And that's exactly what Red Dead Online does for you. It gives you reason to stay playing in the open world and gives you roles that coincide with the game world. Is it perfect? No, it's not. Are you basically doing the same shit over and over? Yeah, you are. But name me a game that's online that doesn't take on the same formula, where eventually you're going to do the same shit over and over to get ahead. Shit, name me a single player game that doesn't take on the same model. It's called a gameplay loop. Every single game has it, and if you feel burnt out from the gameplay loop, then turn it off. Rest your head. Don't grind something over and over if you're not having fun doing it. See, I think a lot of people who play games like this just try to go as fast as they possibly can to be the best. And then they get completely burnt out and blame it on the developers for why they are so bitter and that there's nothing else to do. No, you did that to yourself. It is not the developer's fault. Like, I understand you love Red Dead, but maybe if you took your time and didn't try to get ahead so fast, you would have more shit to do. And you definitely shouldn't be salty with the developers if you never even spent a dime into getting your character where it is. You're ingesting free content. Enjoy that shit. And if you don't, move the hell on and play something else until you want to enjoy it again. Now again, do I wish Red Dead Online can bring some more content that is fun and engaging? Shit, hell yeah. Personally, I would love to see more businesses in the game. Cattle ranching, maybe. Horse ranching. I mean, there's freaking wild horses all around. Like, why can't we catch them and, put them in our own ranch? That'd be cool. Even build our own house like we did in the single player. Like, that'd be cool, that we have to buy a property and, actually put it, spend money, spend our wealth to actually, build the foundation, build it up. I mean, like, they could find creative ways for us to spend our money on, more stuff to grind for. Or, definitely some heists like GTA Online, which I think by far is GTA's best feature. Even though nowadays it's freaking impossible to get people together to even do a proper heist. Do I think that eventually Rockstar will put these things into Red Dead? I mean, I hope so. They're definitely capable of doing a lot. I mean, they added a whole island into GTA Online, for God's sakes. And eventually, things can happen for Red Dead. But do I need all this stuff right now? Not really. I mean, I'm a patient person. If I get bored, I can play some other shit until they drop some more stuff. But as it is right now, I don't think I'm going to get bored very quick because just like I said, I'll set my own goals in my head of the things that I want. And I'm going to take my time and enjoy getting to these goals. And I'll be playing other games while I try to reach these goals. So with my luck, there will probably be a good influx of new content while I'm still grinding to my goals. And if there's not, there's not. There's plenty of other games to play until we get the things we want. So, I don't know, guys. That's my rant. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you for listening. And I ask you to tell me what you think in the comments. Do you play Red Dead? What do you think about the current content that they have out? Are you bored with Red Dead? Do you still play it? Stuff like that. But alright guys, that's me. As always, this is the Boomer Gaming Kid signing out. God bless, stay safe, and have a great day.